All right, I think we are either fresh out of get. No, we're not.
One more.
Finally.
Ernst, we've got Ernst here.
Oh, well, let's
Come on,
make
let's
some
bring
space.
Ernst
Let's
in.
do it. Let's do it.
Come on.
Game on.
That's
Game on.
right.
I just got a listing, so.
All right, let's hear all about it. Come on in.
How are you, bud? What's up? How are
Let's
you?
see.
Come on. You too.
What's up,
Good.
man?
How are
Good
you?
to meet you.
Nice to see you. Thank you.
Come on in.
All right.
So we've got Ernst with us here, and Ernst has been on fire. Ernst is with the Keystone Group. Right?
Looking sharp.
Thank you.
Look at it. Is that like dolphins? What is that?
It's actually swordfish.
Swordfish. Are you a
Swordfish.
fisherman?
No, I skewer you if you don't do what I say.
God, I walked into that. Good. So you got a listing today?
Yes, it's a 2-family listing in Ridgewood, $999, brick attached, so they're in very high demand.
Good stuff.
So it
Very
should
good.
sell itself pretty much.
Well, hopefully we'll get that sold in the comment section today, right?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Excuse for being
If
late.
anyone has buyers, let me know. It's being co-broke. I co-broke everything.
Great.
Very good.
68.
Okay.
68, yeah.
Excellent. So how long have you been in the game?
6 years.
6 years. So you're a veteran in real estate.
Yeah.
What did you think about when you were first introduced EXP as a model after? I mean, you're not a brand new agent. A brand new agent could be persuaded or whatever, but you've been around the models already, so you
Sure.
kind of understand what's going out there. What were you thinking?
So I actually heard about EXP a while back, about 2-3 years back, and when they had like 3,000 agents.
Oh.
And I, yeah.
Your probably stock was like 2.
I know.
Yeah.
2.
I've considered it. I looked at it. It looked a bit too MLM-ish for me at that moment because I do know about MLMs. Then I didn't understand the technology behind it.
Mhm.
I didn't understand the technology behind it. I didn't really understand that the stocks that they offered. I was kind of in the dark about that, and no one really explained it to me the right way.
Sure.
All I saw was just recruiting, which is a very viable thing to do. But then you're also free to sell as much as you want. And I'm selling a lot more now than I used to.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I think everybody's noticed that. Right?
Yeah,
So
I think
who's
that was the
bringing in-
theme out of like, I don't know how many people we've interviewed in the last 6 hours, but every single person, their energy's increased, their production increased, their agent attractions increased, and their outlook about real estate and life has increased. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you just have so many more high producers within EXP, and not just in New York, but like everywhere. You go on these forums and like everyone is producing, and you're like, and you kind of see what's possible.
And they're sharing too.
Yeah.
They're teaching you how to do what they do.
Oh, I love the education, like EXP World. I mean, I go on there myself, and like, there's a lot of great content on there. Like people might think it's for beginners, but it really isn't. Like there's a ton of great content on there.
Yeah, I can tell you going into the commercial workspace or work group that they've got in there, that's not for beginners. There's some hustlers out there selling multi-million dollar buildings, churches, plazas, good cap rates, and they're sharing, hey, we can make financing for this happen. And the conversations are deep, heavy, profitable conversations happening in the workplace every single day.
Yeah, commercial is definitely not an easy thing to get into, especially not in New York City, and especially if you have mentors and people who are experienced in that. That's a huge plus. Like I'm kind of getting my feet wet with commercial as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, like in the warehouse spaces and stuff like that. I'm working on a few listings in that space, and it's definitely a totally different animal.
Well, I can tell you, and this is a whisper, but there's some big things coming in with EXP, creating a commercial group.
Awesome.
And what I'm looking forward to is having the certified mentorship program for commercial department as well. So agents can, really experience what it takes and also be coached and developed from a talented person who's already been through that process. That's actually right around the corner, like really around the corner. So I'm excited about that.
A lot of good things coming around the corner, right?
We got to sit down with the president of the company and just kind of just like, hey, Dave, and surrounded him and asked him 1,000 questions. So that was one that all of us are interested in learning. How can we get, more efficient? How can we get, more opportunities, and how can we execute on those opportunities in the commercial scene?
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I just think that I don't look at it as the recruiting side. I do want to address that. It's when you're doing well, people want to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so just like any other company out there, people want to know, like they want to work with you. and you attract people. Okay, like people, like I don't go after anyone. Like I don't. Like I have people in my inbox telling me like, oh, I heard you're with EXP, or I heard you're doing this now. How do you like it? Do you recommend I do it too? You know, and then you tell them your honest opinion. And I think if I'm with the company, that speaks the loudest. You know, like what are you doing yourself?
Right. I want to address the whole MLM thing because I've heard that many times, and you know, I'm not against MLMs. I think that there's a lot of great MLMs out there. I mean, I live in Orlando, and we have the Amway Center. You know, Herbalife. There's a lot of Amway, and there's a lot of MLM companies, and you know, some of them actually are doing a really great thing. And I've been attracted, and I've been recruited into MLM models, but I always had this problem. Like, I'm a real estate professional, right? And by the way, my son has autism. We gave him Herbalife when he was young, and we saw his development change because he was getting the right vitamins in there. And I'm a big fan of Herbalife, but I didn't want to be a distributor for that, right? I didn't want to be a real estate. And oh, by the way, I sell vitamins and pills, right? Or I was selling like some kind of sense or something like that.
Anything.
I don't want to take anything that took me away from my brand because you know I've built a client base and you know I've developed a trust with them, and I didn't want to water that down with somebody. So it was, to me, I like the concept of MLM, but I didn't want to do something different. With real estate now, with EXP, it allows me just have that in my back pocket and use it if I want to, right? But I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go sell my business. I'm going to go out there and help sellers sell and buyers buy. And I have a team, and that didn't change about me. I just have an extra tool in my back pocket.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing about the MLM thing, is that, I was always part of MLM being the broker, right? Yeah. I was a broker owner, I had a huge organization. You had a huge organization, and it was an MLM, right? Except I was the only one getting fed out of that MLM, right? True. And when I looked at it, I was like, the name of my company was actually Unlimited Prosperity Group. And I wanted to make money with friends. I wanted to make a lot of money with friends. I wanted to make unlimited money with friends. And I just couldn't do that in my own model. I couldn't look at my agents every day and say I was really living up to my brand. So when EXP came along and I was able to share that with everybody, like somebody in my model can make, way more than I'm making by just exercising the same tool basket that I have, right? So it's exciting. It's an exciting opportunity. But I love the fact that I get to be around professionals like yourself.
Thank you.
That are out there serving the consumer at the highest level, that are serious about their business, and that's we're seeing a lot. Even everyone that comes on board is growing their business. We're seeing more top professionals coming in, more cappers in the business, more icons in the business, right? And that's just it just feels good to be in that environment.
Yeah, and I've actually met my current teammate who I'm working with a lot now, Renee Atias.
Very nice.
We're listing a lot of stuff together with being with EXP. She pretty much the first week we transitioned, she messaged me saying, "Hey, I want to switch brokerages. What do you think? Should I come to EXP as well?" And she came, and now we have this great relationship where we're getting a good amount of listings together.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So you didn't recruit her?
She did go under me.
But you didn't go chase them down.
No.
You weren't cold calling agents or something
no.
like that.
Yeah.
She saw that you came in. She was genuinely curious about the model, and you broke it down to her. And then and now you collaborate with her on future deals.
They're doing deals together.
Yeah. I mean, I sent her a video. I was like, "Here, watch this. If you think it's for you, do it."
By the way, if you want to see that video that he's talking about, how can somebody reach out to you?
I'm all over social media. You see my name down there, Ernst Achildiyev. It's not the easiest to pronounce, but you just type it in. You just message me, and I'll definitely let you know. We're working on some really good stuff. We're definitely prospecting game has definitely gone up than before. We're just trying a lot of new stuff, and it's working.
So tell me about your client base. I mean, who tell me about who you're serving. What are you doing different to enhance their lives?
So we're actually moved away from working with buyers completely. Mm-hmm. We're just doing listings now, and that's a dream of any agent in New York City. Mm-hmm. I think some people like to work with buyers. We just became pretty much listing experts. If a buyer tends to come to our listing, we can represent them, or they can go unrepresented. But we don't consciously work with buyers anymore. It's just working out a lot better. We just feel like we could do a much better job for the seller representing the property.
Right.
A lot of the listings I see you bring online are multifamily investment
Yes.
properties, correct?
Yes. So,
So tell me about a great deal on multifamily. You got anything in your back pocket?
yeah, we're working on some stuff right now. We do have some off-market investment properties, such as like big box stores and warehouses, stuff like that. On market, we do a lot of development sites now too, like for developers, like great zoning. We're doing a lot of that. We're actually working on a big deal, $4.5 million. It's 3 different lots in Brooklyn and Bed-Stuy that should be closing. It's all cash. Me and Renee, that should be closing in about 2 weeks. The title just passed today.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's exciting. It's
Yes.
exciting. Well, listen,
Yeah.
Ernest, it's been a
Thank you
pleasure to
so
spend
much.
some time with you.
Thank you for having me.
And did you share your phone number?
Yeah, it's 646-698-3098.
Excellent. Excellent.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Have
you.
a productive day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.